So when it comes to makeup, in general, I'm a less is more kind of gal. So I'm generally experimenting with those quick fixes, those shortcuts, because I don't want to spend a lot of time. So today I'm going to share with you the products that I'm using most days to get ready for work. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new here, I'm Mary. I am 49 years old. I'm not a skincare professional. I'm just a regular person who loves experimenting with products, devices, methods, anything that's going to help me look as young as I feel. So if you have seen any of my videos or read my blog, you probably already know, sure, my name kind of says it all. I'm really about good skin more than I am about makeup. Now, makeup is something that's necessary a lot of the time. It's something that we have to use. And I would have worn makeup a heck of a lot more when I was actually going into work every day, but there's still a certain amount that I would need to do on a day-to-day basis, particularly if I'm interacting with clients or sort of dealing with the outside world. So this is me without any makeup, and for the most part, it's fine. You know, my skin's pretty decent, so on the weekends, I don't wear makeup at all, and there may be a day or two in the middle where I don't bother either. But as I said, generally I have to do something a little bit more just to look a bit more polished. So there are three products that I have been slowly acquiring, I guess, over the past year or so from Trinny London. So what these are, they're actually, she even says it on the website, they're hybrids. They're skin hybrids. So they're not necessarily a skincare, but they have a lot of skincare ingredients and sort of the good stuff for your skin, but they're not a makeup either. So these kind of sit in the middle. Now, they have a whole range of makeup products that I haven't actually tried yet. So I kind of went for those hybrids because I'm a skincare kind of girl. So for me, I started with their first product last year, and this is called the BFF Cream. It is their Skin Perfector. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. This is probably my fourth or fifth tube of this stuff, and I absolutely love it. And it's kind of a strange little product. Now, it is an SPF 30, which is brilliant. So during these winter months, I don't use anything else on my skin. This will give me the sun protection I need. In the summer, not so much. I would put an SPF 50 on first, let that sit for 15 or 20 minutes, and then I would go in with this guy. I call it my skin blur because it just sort of puts a little bit of sheen on my face and sort of just slightly kind of hides some of the sins. It's not a makeup by any means. It's not any kind of decent coverage. There's just something that kind of blurs your skin. And I absolutely adore this product, and it's amazing. I'm gonna keep buying it, fourth or fifth tub, keep on coming, Trinny, because it's probably one of my favorite products of 2020. And I don't ever want to be without it. I know that it has, I think it's a lotus flower antioxidant in it, which antioxidants are going to be great for the skin, but the smell is amazing. Now, generally, I don't like products that have scent in them, but this is the total exception to the rule. I absolutely love the smell of this stuff. So that's the first thing that I do, and I'm going to put all these things on in a minute. That's the first one. Okay, the second product is this baby, which is called the BFF Destress Serum. This is an interesting product because it's tinted. So it has a fair amount of color to it, but really it's a serum that's meant to be really good for your skin. So the philosophy behind this is due to stresses that we encounter all the time. It could be lack of sleep, it could be lack of a good diet, tiredness, all that sort of stuff. Our body creates a de-stressing hormone called cortisol. So what happens is our body's producing this stuff, you know, ongoingly, go, 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 go. But in theory, when we go to sleep at night, we sort of relax and we calm down and we're able to replenish and regenerate. So we wake up in the morning refreshed. Now, if we don't actually de-stress, if we don't turn off, and a lot of us, because we're not sleeping or a variety of reasons, it could be young kids, it could be work, it could be anything. If we're not really getting that downtime, then it's having a long-term effect on our skin. So that means that we're in the morning looking dull, we have a dull complexion, and over time it will increase the degradation of our skin. Who wants that? So this is supposed to combat that. So by putting this on the skin, it helps to deal with those stressors to calm our skin. And gosh, who doesn't want that? And it's got a lovely color to it. It also contains hyaluronic acid, and who doesn't need a bit of extra plumping? It actually just has a lovely feel to it. So this is my number two. It's kind of like a CC cream, and that's what I'm using as my makeup, which is a no makeup. And then the third product that I use from the range is the BFF Eye Serum. Now, they don't actually sell it in this format anymore. It came in a little pot. Now it comes in like a tube with like a doe foot applicator, which looks great. And again, it's a hybrid. It's got serum in it, so it's actually a little bit lighter. It's not as heavy as a heavy concealer under eye cream. So there's a lightness to it, but it feels great going on. So I use this as my last step in my sort of color facial situation going on in the morning, and I'll show you how I use them. Now, there are 3 other products I use, the finishing products that are not by Trinny. One is a blush, one is a mascara, and one is an eyebrow pencil. Now, they do have a whole makeup range. They come in these little pots and you stack them all together, and she calls them her stacks. So you could have just a touch foundation, you can have blush, you can have cheek color, eye color, all sorts of things going on that they just put in these little pots, and you can throw them in your bag and go. I don't have that much makeup usually, so I don't feel the need for it, but I might start to dabble in there a bit more. We'll see how it goes. Now we're gonna put the stuff on. So I'm starting off, now my face has been cleansed and lotioned in potions. I've got all my fabulous skincare on that I did this morning. If it were the summer, I would have put an SPF on separately, but since it's not, this does the job for winter. Sure, I barely go outside because we are still in lockdown here, which is crazy. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna do 3 pumps of this. Now it comes out white, but it fades beautifully into my skin. Now this, I believe, comes in 5 shades. I have it in the second to darkest, which is called medium. I started off with the light medium. I don't know if there's a huge difference, to be perfectly honest. Jeez, my hair's getting in the way, isn't it? But what this does, it just gives a nice glow. It smells amazing. I love the scent of this. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love it. So it kind of disappears, and what it does is it puts a little bit of a sheen. Like I said, it just kind of blurs things a little bit. So a lot of days this is all I will do. I'll put this on and off I go. And it smells great and my skin feels good. It actually does feel incredibly moisturized. So, and I'm the hydration queen with my dehydrated skin. So even if I do nothing else, happy out. This is a good morning and I just love it. It just gives a little bit of a blur. Great. Okay, so next is the BFF Destress Serum. Comes in a pump as well. I don't even think I need 2 pumps. It can often be too much. So I do 1 and maybe a half. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Okay, this comes in 12 shades. So there's quite a good range of this. I use it in, I think it's called Leslie. And like I said, it's kind of more of a CC cream than anything. Smells very similar to the BFF Cream, yay. I just put this all over, and you wouldn't think it gives that much coverage. Again, it's just sort of a smoothing out and evening out of the skin tone. But you can tell when you look at my lips that it actually does have a fair amount of coverage. Makes me look a little dead on the lips, but anyway. Okay. And that's it. Okay, so that's that. The next I go in with my BFF Eye. Like I said, it's slightly different now in formulation or in size and application. This was in the color Reba. I don't think they offer that anymore, but they do have 12 different colors. Okay, so what I use is just a hard eyeshadow brush. I dip it in and I just put a little bit at the corner of my eye and then down. I don't like to go straight up underneath my eyes because I think it has a better chance of settling into fine lines. So I put that underneath ever so slightly because it's really just for brightening. I don't really have massive under eye bags. And then I just tap this in. And I also go over the eyelids just to brighten it all up a little bit. Tap it in. Tap it in. And that's it for the, for the face makeup-y sort of portion of the program. So those are the 3 products that I use by Trinny that I adore. One thing to note about these, I think it's really difficult to buy makeup online. Surely most of us aren't going into store nowadays. They do make it easy. They have a facility on the website called Match to Me, and you go through a series of questions and it will sort of spit out its color recommendations based on a variety of different skin tones that they show you. It's actually quite good. I guess about 8 months ago, I also did an online consultation, like a Zoom call with one of the gals that works there, and did the same sort of thing through them to see if we would come up with the same match based on them actually seeing me. And I had sent some photos through so they could see my skin in the natural light, and luckily the colors came out the same, so that was good. So it's really handy if you're worried about buying something online, which so many of us are. It's a great way to just to give it a try. It gives you a better chance of ending up in that color territory that you need to be in. Okay, so the only other things that I'll do in the makeup in the morning, if I'm doing the makeup in the morning, is a blush. So the blush that I've been using relatively recently, I just picked it up and started using it last week, is by Glossier. It is called their Cloud Paint, and it's in the color Peachy, which is a lot peachier than I would ordinarily do, but it turns out I think it's fantastic. It's super light, super blendable, and it just gives a tiny bit of glow. I tend to go higher on my cheekbones because I'm old, and I try to go up with the color, so it kind of gives me a lift. It's usually what I'm doing. So it just gives a little hint of color, so I look alive and not dead. Lovely. Then the only two other things I do are mascara and eyebrow pencil. Because when I'm dealing with Zooms and I'm dealing with clients, and I'm sorry, I have to put some color on my lips because I actually feel like I look dead. Sorry. This is probably the one product that I use more than anything else on the planet. It is my Maybelline Babyliss lip balm. I think it costs about £5 in the red cherry color, whatever that is, and I have that everywhere. I use it all the time. So I think that when we're on Zoom all day and we're dealing with people, that I like to have certain points that have a bit of color so I don't look dead. I like to do the eyes and I like to do the lips. So the other stuff that I do is just to even it out, but I think those are the key points. Mascara is key to me. I don't think I ever go a day without wearing it now. I usually use an eyelash curler, but mine died and I haven't replaced it yet. So this so far has changed my life when it comes to mascaras, because even though I'm not using an eyelash curler, it gives incredible lift to my eyelashes, better than anything else that I've used. Which reminds me, I need to go and buy an eyelash curler today. Now, I kind of have straight eyelashes, as most people do, but the lift that this gives is absolutely unreal. This is Maybelline's, sorry, that's a big fat lie. To look it up because I can't see. It's the Lancome Lash Idole Lash Lifting and Volumizing Mascara. It's a relatively new one, and this is what it looks like. And you actually can't buy this in Ireland at all right now, so I had to get it from the UK. Just a bit of a pisser, but look, sure, I guess it'll eventually come here, and it is amazing. See, even without an eyelash curler. Look at the lift that gives. Like, holy cow. Amazing. Unreal. Okay, and then the last step that I do are the eyebrows. And this is an eyebrow pencil that I use from Beauty Pie. It is their Superbrow Precision Pencil. I have a couple of hairs, particularly on this eyebrow, that are missing because of a car accident that I had when I was in high school and went into the windshield and all that sort of stuff. But as a result, there are gaps in my eyes that will never fill in. I love this eyebrow pencil though, just with the spool on the end. It's a tiny little stick on it so that it's easy to get to all the hair, the teeny tiny hairs. Yep. Okay. So that's it for me in the morning. I mean, it doesn't take long at all. I've kind of spoken on and on and on, so it's taken longer than it should. But really what we're here to talk about is the Trinny. The Trinny products are absolutely amazing. Again, BFF Skin Perfector, the absolute winner. It is the BFF Destress Serum and their eye concealer. Now, like, all in all, I think that is just a fabulous look for very little time, very little effort. If I'm feeling a little bit shiny, I'll go in with my Beauty Pie One Wonder pressed powder, this little guy that lasts forever and I love, and a small, not so small, and concealer brush. And then I'll just do a tiny bit of powder just here. I do like a bit of shine because shine to me equals youth, so I don't want to get rid of all the shine, but if there are just a few points that are a little overly shiny, that's what I use. So that's it for me today. My love of Trinny continues. So I'm such a huge fan of the Trinny stuff that I've tried so far. I may start to dabble in the makeup side of things at some stage. I'm just not a huge makeup person anyway, but as we get older, who's to say that's not going to change? And sure, I might just get bored and start playing a bit more. But I can't recommend this stuff enough. I'm using it pretty much every day, so I suggest you check them out. So I hope you liked that video today. If you do, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up, and I hope that you will hit that notification bell so that you'll know every time I upload a new video, which is every Friday. So thanks again for joining, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Excuse me. Don't you dare put that on. That kitty.